Hi everyone, my name is Antonio. I am a neurologist working for the Los Angeles Department of Health Services. My mom is from Batangas and my dad's from Zambales.
My name is Melissa Palma. I am a family medicine and preventive medicine physician at Cook County Health in Chicago, Illinois. Originally raised in Iowa by Filipinos my mom is from Pampanga and my dad is from Quezon City.
Hi, my name is Angelica Razan. I'm an internist and pediatrician. I live in Philadelphia and I work for the Department of Public Health. My mom is Cebuana and my dad is Kapampangan.
Robert Pukayu. I'm a fourth-year medical student in the Prime LC program at UC Irvine, and I'll be applying into pediatrics this coming cycle. My mom is from Isabela, and my dad is from Quezon City.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Reyes Moncada. I'm an OBGYN Chief Resident Physician at the University of Hawaii. I'm originally from Carson, California. My parents are from Zambales and from Bataan.
Hi, I'm Neil Winkin. I'm a practicing emergency physician based out of Houston, Texas. I work at Houston Methodist as well as MD Anderson Cancer Center. I did medical school at the University of Florida, and I did my residency training at the University of Texas in Houston. My hometown is in West Palm Beach. That's where I'm originally from. My parents are from the Philippines. My mother is from Manila, and my father is from Bacolod.
For me, what has been really inspiring about CFAM are all the young people that are involved. A lot of young people who felt like they were alone. Myself, and I'm not maybe that young anymore, but myself included among them, who felt a little isolated, a little alone. And it's been incredible for CFAM to bring all these people together and to see just the amount of creative energy, the amount of innovation, the amount of problem solving, the amount of teamwork that has grown during a really tough time.
Every day I round on a patient who's Filipino, and although I am Filipino American, I was born here, I don't speak the language, I still feel very blessed, and I think it's really important to have that kind of representation, because whenever I round on a Filipino patient, automatically I feel like there's a kind of connection that cannot be, fulfilled by someone else who doesn't have that kind of shared experience. And I feel really blessed to have that. Yeah. So all the more reason for the importance of a group like CYFAM, because then it helps us to kind of come together and help us to inspire each other, and it helps us to remind us to keep going even when times get rough, because we know that medicine is a very long process that could be very discouraging. And being around like-minded individuals like you guys, it reminds me that when I see my patients who are Filipino and who have shared experiences with me, that I'm doing a good service for them.
It's to connect kababayan Filipinx in medicine with all of the resources and connections we need to help keep our communities healthy. And so essentially, what works in one place can be adapted to another. Oh, here's this grant that I'm looking for, and here's, the people who would be great and who are already experts in that. There's only so much that, Googling Filipino American health can get you, right? You can only get so far to find Mabuhay Health Center. But if you don't live in California, how do you get connected to that? And I think that's what CFAM can really do for us.
To make sure that when you're going through struggle, when you're going through the questions of how to go through the process and uncertainty, that you have a community backup. Especially now with it seems to be a distance of mentorship, it's more important than ever that we stick together and that we provide a community to bond and a network to rely on when things are difficult.
Oh, and I just feel like over the past few months, it's been kind of a blessing to kind of just, kind of as in, being being a part of a network where like I have resources and I can be able to direct people to that, but also kind of recognizing that I'm like kind of I'm like one piece of this puzzle, I guess, this larger puzzle of, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's sort of is it addressing Philam health disparities, or is it, you know, getting more of our kababayan and medicine connected to each other?
Mentorship to me isn't just like a one-way street. Mentorship to me means that you know, somebody who's been there before, even people who are going through it, can articulate their, you know, their struggles and things that they've learned over time, and kind of guide those mentees through the process, not just academically or, you know, on paper, but also like emotionally. I think that mentorship is supposed to be all-encompassing. It's where you can talk about whatever you feel like and bring that vulnerability to the conversation. Hopefully mentorship allows for a big conversation, you know, not just a mentor telling a mentee what to do, but also a mentee telling the mentor what they need, and also even giving the mentor advice when they feel it necessary as well.
We get Filipino Americans from all over the United States, including Hawaii and Alaska, together, really addressing the challenges in our community. Many Filipinos, I mean, a lot of people in this conference probably have family members who've had heart disease, who've had strokes, diabetes, high cholesterol, all diseases that for the most part are preventable. But we rarely have such a power of young Filipino doctors from all over uniting on this front to fight these things in our community. The Filipino community is a unique community. We've made up so many islands, not only that, so many historical backgrounds as well. And there is not a one-size-fit-all way to take care of our community. On top of that, we need to partner with our community and find out what is it that we have in terms of resources to help each other out. So I think we are in the dream. We have to sustain that dream and continue on with CYFAM's mission and vision.
Really hope, you know, not that I actually really hope, I'm actually very confident that, you know, this idea of, you know, sort of the idea of like the crab mentality, that actually CYFAM actually actively works against that. And that it's really not about, it's not about comparing us to others and then pulling people down, but really we're uplifting everybody together. And it's having that mindset of celebrating other people's successes, and how can their success also be our success as well.
As a physician who's worked my entire career in community health centers, safety net health systems, it's very clear to all of us that systemic racism is harming our patients. And so CYFAM is very much in racial solidarity with our Black, Brown, and Indigenous brothers and sisters for eliminating health disparities and creating a more just society.
Black Lives Matter.
Cool.
I think I do dream of the day when we all can actually be at a physical conference spot and like sing karaoke in one spot, or visit like, or have like an adobo cook-off or something like that. But for now, this will have to do, but this is the best that it could potentially be, in my opinion. I know that there's going to be a lot of challenges, especially after the conference and what direction we want to take this, but there's so much momentum for us to do good here. And we're so, I'm just like amazed like by the talent that we have here. Like it's so cool.
Like, you know, I really see CYFAM as kind of this sort of this like forum where we can have like, you know, exchange of ideas, like amazing ideas from like med students or even pre-med students and like physicians from across different academic programs, being able to kind of share like their stories, but then also like having a more active guided direction of like, oh, we have some ideas for the community, or we have some ideas in our med school community, like how can we make this happen? And then that CYFAM could be like, you know, like getting funding, you know, being able to like get more resources, capital resources, in order to guide some of those ideas into like more actionable, like action items, like to produce services or produce, I don't know, tangible products.
if you just have this convicted group of people who are trying to solve a problem and are committed to community, you know, we can make things happen. And I think that's been one of like the most exciting things, just, you know, even the short time that, you know, I've been deeply involved, you know, these past few months. It's just, it's like amazing to see.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here and joining us and sharing this vision. This is your C Familia. Mabuhay. Tuloy pa kayo.
Welcome to CFAM.
Mabuhay, welcome to the C Familia.
CFAM, woo!
Welcome to CFAM. That's so dumb.